In the era of digital interconnectedness, a remarkable phenomenon unfolded that redefined stock trading history and underscored the collective power of retail investors. Utilizing social media platforms, online forums, and real-time trading apps, these individual investors banded together to target specific stocks, driving up their values in an unprecedented fashion. This grassroots movement not only shook Wall Street to its core, but also questioned traditional notions of market analysis and valuation. Often armed with nothing more than smartphones and a zeal for democratizing finance, these retail investors effectively challenged institutional investors and hedge funds, leading to massive market swings and captivated the world's attention. The incident became an unforgettable moment, spotlighting how the digital age has leveled the playing field, giving a voice and impact to small investors like never before. Hello everyone and welcome to Market Matters Media. Today we're diving deep into a tale that intertwines elements of rebellion, unity, and the quintessential David versus Goliath struggle, all set against the high-stakes backdrop of the stock market. This is no ordinary story of bulls and bears, but rather an epoch-making narrative that has become a symbol of the disruptive power of collective action in the digital age. I'm referring, of course, to the astonishing GameStop Saga, a watershed moment that captivated market veterans and newcomers alike, challenging established norms and redefining what is possible in the realm of financial trading. GameStop, a brick-and-mortar video game store, once teetering on the brink of irrelevance in a digital-first world, found itself at the epicenter of the financial whirlwind. Seemingly overnight, a company struggling to find its footing amidst a sea of digital downloads and online platforms became the focal point of an investment strategy that sent shockwaves through Wall Street. Retail investors convening on social media platforms and message boards engineered a buying frenzy, pushing the beleaguered stock to astronomical heights. The result was not merely a financial windfall for those who had bet on the company's resurgence, but also symbolic victory for the little guy, affirming the transformative power of digital unity in an arena traditionally dominated by financial behemoths. But to fully comprehend the magnitude and intricacy of this unprecedented event, we must delve into the arcane practice known as short selling. In its simplest terms, short selling is a speculative maneuver wherein investors borrow shares of a stock and immediately sell them, wagering that they can repurchase those shares later at a lower price, return the borrowed assets, and pocket the difference as profit. Institutional investors and hedge funds had targeted GameStop for its perceived weaknesses, initiating large short positions with the expectation that the company's stock would continue to decline. However, they were unprepared for the tidal wave of retail investor action that would turn the tables, force a massive short squeeze, and for a moment, make the market's Goliaths bow before an army of Davids. For instance, you're a savvy trader in the marketplace of goods, and you borrow a friend's $10 game only to sell it right away. You're banking on the game's popularity waning overnight so you can buy it back for $5 the next day, return the game to your friend, and pocket the remaining $5 as pure profit. That's the essence of short selling in the stock market. Now, what if a group of people noticed that you were doing and decided to buy up all copies of that game, pushing its price up instead of down? That's exactly where Wall Street Bets, a subreddit brimming with retail investors, enters our story. This online forum became the nerve center for individual traders who noticed that hedge funds were heavily shorting GameStop stocks. Viewing this as both an investment opportunity and a kind of populist revolt against the Wall Street establishment, members of Wall Street Bets rallied to initiate a buying spree of GameStop shares, driving the price up and creating an unexpected twist in the market narrative. As GameStop stock began its meteoric ascent, the hedge funds and institutional investors who had bet against the company found themselves in a precarious position. To close their short positions and minimize impending losses, they tend to buy back the GameStop shares they'd initially borrowed and sold. The urgency to cover these short positions led to an even greater demand for the already soaring stock. This escalated the situation into a full-blown financial frenzy, feeding into a vicious cycle that inflated the stock price further. In financial parlance, This skyrocketing of share prices due to the forced buying by those who initially shorted the stock is known as a short squeeze. The entire episode was a financial melodrama full of irony. Those who had gambled on GameStop's failure inadvertently contributed to its sudden stock market success. In a twist of fate, the hedge funds scrambling to buy back shares only stoked the flames, propelling the stock to stratospheric heights and inflicting heavy losses upon themselves. This was a real-time, high-stakes demonstration of the power dynamics shifting in the digital age, with a horde of retail investors collectively tipping the scales and rewriting the rules of the game. For a brief moment, retail investors found themselves in the spotlight, both financially and ideologically empowered. GameStop became more than a stock. It was a message, a statement that individual investors could collectively wield significant influence. The GameStop saga fundamentally reshaped how we see trading. It showed that when retail investors unite, they can move markets. The proliferation of trading apps like Robinhood has been a game changer, democratizing access to the stock market. These platforms lower the barriers to entry, making it easier for the average person to participate in trading. By doing so, they bridge the gap between Wall Street and Main Street, laying the groundwork for disruptive events like the GameStop phenomenon. The GameStop saga wasn't without its share of controversies, which brought another layer of complexity to this already multifaceted event. When some brokerages like Robinhood temporarily halted the buying of GameStop shares, it sparked an uproar among retail investors and led to fervent debates without market manipulation and the rights of individual traders. The move was seen as a betrayal by many, igniting discussions about the extent to which the financial system is stacked against the average person. Amid regulatory scrutiny and public outrage, the incident raised fundamental questions about the fairness and transparency of financial markets. As the dust settles on the GameStop frenzy, it leaves in its wake a landscape ripe for introspection and change. Investor sentiments encapsulate the prevailing mood. This isn't just about GameStop. It's about the future of trading. We're more informed, connected, and powerful than ever. Indeed, the GameStop episode might be a singular event, but its implications are far-reaching. It has raised questions about the future of retail investing and whether we've earned the new era where the little guy can not only participate, but also significantly influence market outcomes. As technology continues to lower barriers and democratize information, one thing becomes increasingly evident. The world of trading, as we know it, has been irrevocably altered. And in this redefined landscape, retail investors are staking their claim, signaling that they are here to stay and play. Thank you for joining us as we delve into the fascinating and transformative world of finance, spotlighting the unforgettable GameStop saga. If you enjoyed this exploration and want to stay updated on more insights and stories that break down the complexities of the financial world, don't forget to subscribe to Market Matters Media. Your support helps us continue to bring you content that demystifies the intricacies of trading, investing, and economic trends. Thank you for being a part of our community.